Redneck Kentucky and the Next Generation Chickens, also known as Chicken Hot Grill, was a game created and published by City Interactive in 2007 for PC, and it is one of my favourite games from my childhood, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you all about it. Firstly, I want to preface this video with the fact that if you like what you see in today's video, the game is still being sold on Steam for very cheap, so you don't have to look around dodgy sites for a download and you can support the developers, which is nice. Although what is fascinating to me is that the game screenshots are very obviously from a beta build and make the game look far worse than it is, but I'm getting ahead of myself. The game starts with an FMV, where we get to see our main character, whose farm is swarmed by chickens. These aren't peaceful chickens either, as they throw potatoes at you and bite your leg. Your solution? Kick them, shoot them, do anything you can to stop the endless spawning of these chickens. We then get thrown into a tutorial stage, which does a brilliant job at teaching the player the controls and the game's mechanics. I mean, mind you, it's not like this game is difficult to comprehend, but CI obviously knew their audience. And then we get thrown into the first level. The chickens in this game are endlessly spawning, and they tend to spawn behind you. You get a shotgun to start with, although if you go by the chicken houses, there are these special bullets that deal more damage around where you are shooting. While the shotgun has unlimited ammo, every other gun and special ammo is limited, including these fancier shotgun shells. The score you receive after shooting a chicken depends on how far or close you are to them, and if they are flying or not. There are also special chickens that earn you more points when you kill them. You will know which ones they are. Some chickens drop eggs, which give you extra points. And speaking of eggs, there are special eggs stored away in the doghouse, and even a secret one in the toilet. These special eggs include a 2x bonus, a max points bonus, extra 15 seconds, and bullet time. Because you need to finish each stage with a certain amount of points, using these eggs can sometimes be crucial to beating a stage. Each stage has a certain gimmick that will earn you more points. In this level, there are chickens hidden behind pumpkins that you have to kill. You can't shoot the pumpkins or else you'll get a points penalty. You can shoot the scarecrow, but while the chickens fly up for a second, they will go ahead and move to a different pumpkin, so sometimes shooting it can actually be a disadvantage, because then the chickens are harder to shoot. These gimmicks can be paired with a 2x bonus, because instead of getting 1000 points that you normally would get, you get 2000 instead. Same with the bird food that you can shoot, they tend to be near cars. These attract most chickens around you, and if you use the 2x bonus and use the more powerful shotgun bullets, you can deal some serious damage. I can't tell you how many hours I spent as a kid trying to get the highest score by doing that. It can be seriously fun. The second stage is similar in design to the first one, except it's bigger and takes place in the evening. Here, you get introduced to cans that you can shoot. If you shoot all of them, you get a points bonus. Again, if you pair this with a 2x egg, you could get some serious points. There are also these little rodents that steal eggs. You'll have to prioritize as to whether you want to shoot the chicken up close and get less points but guarantee getting the egg, or whether you want to shoot further away and run to the egg before the rodents do. If they do get the egg, you can shoot them, but you have to be careful as to not shoot the egg, because there is a points penalty for doing that. The rodents, by the way, don't give you many points for shooting them, so focus on the chickens. In this map, we also get a sniper rifle that we can use. All of the guns in this game are one shot, one kill, however the sniper has the obvious advantage of letting you shoot the chickens that are further away. You can even stand on the first floor of the building as a vantage point, but forget about the eggs, there's no way you can get them from there. The third stage is a spooky Halloween-esque level. The gimmick here is that with a flashlight, you get to see ghost chickens that deal a lot more points when shot. There's also a spinning wheel. You can gamble as to whether you want to win 1000 points or gamble away your existing points. The trick here is to go there as soon as you start the level, because if you have no points to lose, then it doesn't matter. You can also pair the spinner with the 2x egg to earn 2000 points, or more if you have good luck. I'm not much of a fan of this level, it's really small, and the two gimmicks of this stage aren't all that fun. The fourth stage is a silo, and this has to be one of my favourite stages. There are two gimmicks here. The first is the egg dispenser, and the second are the faraway chickens that you have to shoot. If you shoot all of them, you get a points bonus. So again, get yourself a 2x bonus egg from the dispenser and shoot all the faraway chickens. You can easily rack up points here, as the goal for shooting faraway chickens resets. Since the silo is a tight stage, you can use a mighty foot here to kick the chickens close by. The fifth stage is a garden. The gimmick here is that there are these chickens that hide behind wooden boards and throw potatoes at you constantly. You get access to two new guns here though, a minigun and a rocket launcher. The rocket launcher kills everything near its detonation point, and the minigun, well, it's a minigun, it helps with mass killings of the chickens. You can get special ammo for the minigun with these bullets that bounce around. This is both incredibly fun and overpowered, especially in this stage, where you have a vantage point and a lot of chickens spawn in the middle. There's another gimmick, which are these apples that give you extra points, just like the eggs, but there are these little hedgehogs that steal them. So just like with the rodents, you have to kill the hedgehogs without damaging the apples, which you can do by either standing on the hedgehogs or carefully shooting them. The 6th stage is inside a chicken coop. You have to make sure that all the eggs get placed into the holders from the mother's hen, and make sure that the rodents don't steal the eggs, all while killing the other chickens too. It's an easy stage. There's a pattern that you feel after a minute or so as to whether you need to shoot the button or the rodent. There's a question of why does the big chicken look normal and poop out normal eggs, while all the other chickens look so unreal. But yeah, I guess these are the new generation chickens. The 7th stage features a crop that you can't get access to. The gimmick here is that you have 2 dogs. One fetches eggs, while the other goes and scares the chickens, causing them to fly up, making them easier to shoot. Once again, you have a vantage point and scarecrows to help you out. These dogs are super cute and they are full of personality. You can see the dogs get angry when a chicken is nearby. Once the stage is completed, you get to the boss stage, if you have racked up 70,000 points in total. The Mega Chicken, as I'm going to call it, is a boss reminiscent of a Dr. Eggman boss stage. The Mega Chicken dispenses other chickens they have to kill. Then it throws potatoes, then it stops for a few seconds, giving you enough time to run around the back and shoot at its weak spot, which is a hamster wheel. Like with all the other levels, you have 5 minutes to do this. Because of the way the game was programmed, after 5 minutes nothing happens if you don't win. You technically beat the level, and therefore the game, but you don't get any sort of congratulations screen. However, if you do destroy the Mega Chicken, you get an FMV where America explodes. Certainly worth beating the game just to see that. While you get all the ammo at once, it's easy to run out since the Mega Chicken takes a lot of bullets. Not to mention all of the chickens that spawn. If you get hit by a potato, you will lose all of your guns and ammo, and at this point you might as well restart. I have managed to glitch out my playthrough, to where the Mega Chicken did not move, which made the level easy. You will know that you're halfway to destroying the chicken if the wheel sets on fire. I like the set design of this level. I like how all the assets from the previous games are used here. Now it might seem like laziness, but as a kid, it made the whole world feel even more interconnected. I loved that sort of callback to earlier stages. As a kid, I loved the interconnected nature of this game. When you first enter the tutorial mission, around you, you can see what seems like random set pieces. However, when you play through the entire game, you'll realize that these buildings that you see are actually the levels that you'll play through later. And that goes for every level. In each level you can see a previous level that you've entered, or one that you'll enter in the future. I loved that so much as a kid, like how in the first stage, you get to see the building for the second stage, but the game doesn't allow you to just walk over to it, even though it looks like you could. And I thought, how cool would it be if you were able to just walk around the main menu and pick the stage by going over to the location. Even in a tutorial mission, you don't get to walk over to the first level, or walk around the main menu, even though it's right there in front of you. No, the game cuts you off from doing that. And yeah, so as a kid, I really wanted to get out of the current playing level and walk over to a different one and see what's there. Thankfully, since 2020, people have found out that, like in Unreal Tournament 2004, that this game is based off, you can press F12 to open a console menu, and type fly to no clip. And now, finally after 14 years, the mystery is resolved. When you fly over to these environments, well, you'll notice that there isn't anything there. They are really just set pieces, as each level is split off into its own game map. Though the devs still want to make the game feel like it's all happening on one street. So if a 7-year-old me saw how this game actually works, he would have been heartbroken. And yeah, speaking of the console, we can see that in the last level there is a little Easter egg about the end of the world. I think that's the only stage that has this Easter egg, but the last stage definitely feels the coolest in terms of throwbacks to the earlier stages. And if you spam escape when loading the game, you can stop it from loading in all the assets, looking like this. And if you press restart level, it gives you a dev loading screen. Also in the 5th level, you can see some dev textures from afar. Oops. Going off script, I found a trailer to this game that features some early UI elements such as an early HUD and some different weapons. I'll upload this onto my second channel if you guys want to have a full watch of it. Overall, that is the game in a nutshell. The game is quick, and if you're good, you can finish it in about an hour, but it's so damn fun. The run and shoot style of gameplay, where you don't have to worry about health or running out of bullets, the endless enemies that keep spawning in, the different gimmicks that keep each level fresh and different from one another, the fun arsenal of guns, the score-based gameplay that keeps you wanting to do better and better. If this game was built with Steam and modern day gameplay in mind, it would be awesome to see a score leaderboard, but instead the only one you get is a local one, hence why you can pick a name and an icon to represent you. And of course I love the level design. There really is very little wrong with this game, other than maybe it's too quick in terms of completion time. But otherwise for a budget game, it's incredibly solid, and I can see why CI would want to re-release it. So again, if you like what you saw, please check out the game for yourself. Oh, and going back to those screenshots, they look so weird. The backgrounds seem pre-rendered, and the chickens are very shiny. It's difficult to make everything out because of the compression. I did try to upscale them for you guys, but still it's just very weird. I also played the demo version of this game, and I realized that there are actually differences between Redneck Kentucky and Chicken Hot Grill. which is what the Steam version is based on. The textures are different. Redneck Kentucky goes for a more Southern American dry landscape, while Chicken Hot Grill goes for a more green European look. There are also some slight texture differences, for example in the tiles on the buildings, and there's a broken texture in the tutorial stage. I have no idea why these changes were made, and I'm not sure as to when Chicken Hot Grill was released. One website said that it was released a year after Redneck Kentucky. The demo of Redneck Kentucky I have is in English. So was Redneck Kentucky released in English too, or was it only the demo? It's hard to know with a game that is over a decade old and not very well documented. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you for the next one.